Hi guys, it's Unders. Today we're going to have a look at a little plugin called Soothe. If this kind of video is useful for you, do me a favor, pop a subscribe to the channel, pop a like on the video. It helps me out massively in creating more content for you guys. Now, any of you who've been following the channel a bit, you'll know that I do like to dip into the sort of more niche plugins that are out there, and this is something I've come across recently. Plugin called Soothe. It's launched around the same time as iZotope's Neutron, and I think that has sort of killed it almost. No one seems to really have been talking about it, but today we're going to have a little look and a little chat about it. So, similar to what we've been seeing with Neutron, it is effectively a dynamic EQ. It's used for finding resonances and suppressing them dynamically. What is different about it is it's very much multi-band. It's pretty much an automated process, and it only focuses on the upper, mid and high frequency area. So the idea being, if you've got a vocal recorded that's slightly too close proximity to the mic and you've got resonance happening there, it'll suppress those. When you mic up a hi-hat, that can sometimes get air pressure going between it that gives you a sort of a whoosh effect. It's good for suppressing that sort of thing as well. Have a little look at what we've got on here. I've got it set up on the brass bus and on the drums bus. Just to go over some sort of basics with it. You see the points on here, so I've got the grey, yellow, red, purple, light blue. They are not EQ points. They are and they aren't. So the area we've got located here is the area that's going to be affected. The grey and light blue are effectively the filter cutoffs, and these, while similar to EQ points, they're the threshold for what's going to be affected in the audio. So let's solo the drum bus. And it's the drums one I've got here on the left. So you see the audio going through there and how it's moving around. That is not the audio, that is how it's being affected and where it's pulling down in different frequency areas. You'll see if I move this around, it pulls it less and more. Yeah, so the lower down we go, the less it affects. The higher up we go, the higher the threshold and the more it affects it. And you can adjust that overall as well by using the sharpness and depth here. Bring the sharpness right down, it responds a lot more like a multi-band compressor, except you don't get some of the artifacts. And then it's similar to a dynamic EQ as well, but it's a lot faster. Now notice when I move these floating points around, it doesn't actually adjust what audio is being affected here. The Smoothe plugin detects the resonances and the louder points in the audio and automatically adjusts itself to suppress those. That's quite nice there. That's a nice balance between it being too harsh and thinning it out and it just leveling it out. Let's have a little listen to what it was doing on the brass as well. I like it. It's a really nice idea. It's a really nice way of finding little problem areas and suppressing them without having to do a notch EQ. In this way, it allows you to still have the audio you want and sounding as you want and suppress the issues, whereas with an EQ you're normally finding that battle of balance where you need to pull it down and then maybe automate it to come back up, or using dynamic EQs or multi-band compressors. You can sometimes get pumping effect and other artifacts. This seems to be a really nice way around this. It's definitely worth grabbing the demo and having a little play around with it, especially if you're working with a lot of vocalists and not recording in the best environments. This could be a really good way to help you fix those issues you're having when mixing vocals. But it's worth grabbing and having a play with. Enjoy. See you in the next video.